Hey everybody, Pastor Coley again here. This is day 5, our last day of Vacation Bible School for this year, and I am reading for you today a story called The Road to Emmaus. I'm really excited to share this story with you because this is one of my favorite stories in the whole Bible. This story takes place after Jesus has died. Jesus was getting into trouble for the messages he was teaching about God and how we should love God more than we love anything else. People didn't like that message and they put him to death. They killed him. But after that, Jesus came back. They couldn't stop Jesus. They couldn't stop his message. They couldn't stop God's love from coming into this world. And this is a story of part of what happened that first day after Jesus comes back. The road to Emmaus. 3 days after Jesus died, Cleopas and his friends were slowly walking down the road to Emmaus. They were walking slowly because they felt very sad. Why did Jesus have to die? They wondered. After a while, a stranger began to walk along with them. The stranger was really Jesus, but Cleopas and his friends didn't know it. "What are you talking about?" the stranger asked. The men looked at each other. "Are you the only person in town who doesn't know what just happened?" they asked. They told the stranger what had happened to Jesus. "Jesus was a great teacher," Cleopas said. "We had hoped that he would be the one God promised who would save the world. But instead, he died on a cross. We took Jesus' body down and put it in a tomb, but Jesus' body was gone. They said there was an angel there instead. The angel told our friends, 'Jesus is alive.'" "But stop being silly," the stranger said. "How many times do you need to hear this? It was God's plan for Jesus to die and become alive again to save the world." By now, they were almost to Emmaus. Cleopas invited the stranger to stay for dinner. During dinner, the stranger picked up a loaf of bread, broke it, blessed it, and gave each man a piece. All of a sudden, Cleopas and his friends recognized the stranger. It was Jesus. But then Jesus disappeared. Cleopas and his friends jumped up, ran from the room, and went to tell the rest of Jesus' disciples that Jesus really was alive. God kept another promise. Part of what I love about this story is that even though the disciples don't recognize Jesus right away as he's walking on the road with him, they recognize him later as they're sharing dinner with him. And part of what it says in the full Bible version of this story is that they realized, looking back, that their hearts were burning within them when they had met with Jesus. It was like, even though their brains didn't know it was Jesus, something in their heart could tell them that it was. And for me, in my life, it's kind of been like that when I've had moments when God was with me. Maybe I didn't realize it at the time. Maybe my brain didn't quite see it or didn't quite put all the pieces together. But when I think back on it, I realize in my heart that God was there with me all along.